Hello everybody, this is Andrew Wayne and I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you to your new best friend, the Tier 5 Russian cruiser, the Murmansk. The Murmansk is a fast scout cruiser with torpedo armaments built in the USA and transferred to the USSR Navy in 1944. In contrast to Soviet-built ships, the Murmansk boasted more advanced AA defenses. However, some of her guns were casement-mounted. This impractical and obsolete firepower arrangement resulted in decreased artillery performance. Stats, let's take a quick look. HP is 26,800. Armor ranges from 10 to 76 millimeters. Artillery, we have 6 singles at 152 millimeters. We have 2 doubles at 152 millimeters. Battery firing range is 14.8 kilometers. Torpedoes, you have 2 triples, 1 set on each side, for 533 millimeters. Torpedo range is 8 kilometers. Torpedo speed is 55 knots. AA defense, you have 14 singles at 20 millimeters, 3 doubles at 40 millimeters, and 6 singles at 76 millimeters. Maneuverability, maximum speed is 34 knots. The turning circle radius is 590 meters, and the rudder shift time is 3.8 seconds. Basically, it's fast and it turns fast. Concealment detectability by sea is 12.7 kilometers, and the detectability range by air is 7.3 kilometers. Those are the stats. Now let me give you my impression. This is an incredible ship. It's fast. It's maneuverable. It shoots quick, it reloads quick, and it hits hard. The torpedoes are an excellent option. However, do not depend on the torpedoes. It has a really long reload time, and there's only 1 set of launchers on each side. So it's more of a, if it's there and you have the opportunity to use it option, but don't depend on it. But when you need it and it's there, it's an excellent option. AA is horrible. I have had squadrons fly over my ship. I've had squadrons circle over my ship and either killed 0 planes, or rarely every once in a while I would kill a single plane. However, since this is a purchase ship, you cannot win this in game. You have to purchase it. It has a bonus to the captain training, and it has a bonus to money. So we'll go to a video here in just a second, and you'll see. I'll go ahead and give you the stats at the end of the video. It's a very short video. It's actually not a remarkable video at all. There's very little damage done. I only do 39,000 plus damage. I only land 38 rounds on target. I set 8 fires. Now this thing is a fire starting machine. I do love that. I had 6 incapacitations. I did land 2 torpedoes. I sunk 2 ships, and then I had 1 base defense. But it was the credits I earned, and you can take a look at the end of the video to see what I earned for the credits for such just a mediocre showing. But I'll go ahead and give you the numbers now. It was 200 plus thousand credits total, but after repairs, I made 192,000 credits. I have seen 250, 260,000 credit games in this. I've been told that there are people who've had even better games. So I've yet to see it, but I believe it. XP was 2,239. Free XP was 112. I was second in the team standings, in a Murmansk of all things, the Tier 5. There were higher tier ships, there were better ships, but I ended up second in the standings. So go ahead and we'll cut to a video, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But if you are looking for a money-making machine, this is the one you have to get. When you get into your higher tier games, your tier 8s, your tier 9s, your tier 10s, it's going to be difficult to make money to be able to afford the repairs on those ships. You need a lower tier ship that will make money for you. This is the ship for you. Okay, I'm going to do a little narration here. We're on the Trident map, getting ready to do a run in the Murmansk to show you its capabilities. I cut the film down to just about 4 seconds before the actual start, and I like to start out a little slow just to give everybody a chance to get ahead of me to see what the DDs are going to do. You saw me zoom in on with the reticule. My reticule for some reason doesn't match up with the seconds on the aiming point. So if it says 4 seconds, it doesn't match up to the 4 seconds on the reticule. I've learned that if I scroll back 2 clicks, which you saw me do, that lines everything up. So if it's 5 seconds out, then it'll match the 5 second or the 5 tick mark on the reticule. So I generally do that. Not particularly liking that it's at dusk or dark or whatever, it's just too far to see, makes it difficult to see at long range. But like I said, I am starting out just a little bit slow to give the DDs a chance to get ahead of us and spot to see what's out there. So far, it looks like everybody's starting out a little slow. It looks like the DDs are headed to the C cap instead of splitting out equally. I have been detected, but not too concerned about it. Just looking around, seeing what my teammates are doing, seeing where they're at, see if I see anybody I recognize. Heading southwest at the moment. We'll slowly start turning more westward. I see a DD, I take an exploratory shot. Sometimes you hit him, sometimes you don't. Just depends on how good you are. I get lucky this time and hit him. I get 1 incapacitation and 1 fire. First shot, set a fire. I sent out this round and sent out another round after this, but they both miss. And I really wasn't just trying to do a whole lot. It was more of an exploratory shot just to see if I got lucky. And the C point's been captured, so I'm going to start turning more westward. I've got rounds incoming, just taking a look, see what I got, take a shot at it. Got a cruiser out there ahead of me, see if I can get a shot in on him. Right now, heading straight into the island, planning on using it for cover. Most of the dangerous people are about to head behind the island over on their side, so if I can buy just a few seconds, I'll be safe. And for the most part, I did. Starting to zoom in, just seeing who's out there, looking for a target of opportunity. And I see one. I love battleships that go slow and straight. Once you get lined up on them, you can just continue to well on them. You really don't want to go straight line, but you'll see that I get caught out guilty of the same thing I just said that you shouldn't do here in just a moment. But I'm laying a few rounds down on this battleship, just seeing if I can catch him on fire, see if I can get some damage built up on him. And we've got fire number 2 already. He fires at me, but I'm not too worried about it because it's looking like it's going to miss. So I don't change my direction, and it does. It misses. So I'm laying down a couple more sets on him. However, once again, like I said, I'm about to be caught out guilty of doing what I said you shouldn't do, and I'm about to take a big hit from another ship, and there it is, because I was going straight and slow. And it's this guy right here. So I'm starting to turn away so I don't give him a full broadside. I know he just fired, so he's got quite a long reload time. He's going to go behind that island. But I've decided to make him my next target. So you'll see that I'm slowly working away towards the island. I said earlier in the video that the torps are great. Don't depend on them, but if you have them, use them. I have them. So I'm going to go ahead and use torps on this guy, but since I've got a few seconds to spare, I'm going to take a couple more shots of opportunity, see what can happen. See, he's behind the island. I'm not too concerned about him. He can't see me or hit me. I've got 2 ships ahead of me, so I'll kind of scan forward a couple of times just to see where they're at. I'm checking my targeting for my torpedoes. Still hasn't quite lined up yet. I'm losing behind the island, so now I'm going to have to take a guess. I'm holding out, hoping that he will come back into the sight. You'll see him pop in and out a couple of times, but I never get a real good targeting lock. And I'm going to lose him here in just a second, and then I don't see him again. So now I'm not exactly sure where to fire. I'm going to have to take a best guess. I'm going to zoom forward and kind of look ahead, see what's coming. And then I'm just going to take my best guess and lay down torpedoes. And they're away right there. I don't see him. I'm just hoping that they'll meet in the middle somewhere. Switch to guns. I'm waiting to see what comes around. I see this battleship coming between us, so I'm thinking he's going to target him. So I'm going a little slow, a little straight, but he shoots at me, so I immediately turn to the right, and he misses my nose. So I start laying down fire on him. I got myself doing it, and then I've got the battleship that had just passed me to the left. You can see my torp slowly going in right there in the left center of the screen, and I go behind the island, decide to circle back around. I set him on fire again, or not, let me rephrase that. I have set another fire, and then shortly, torpedoes hit. Doesn't destroy him, but it does take his health down a whole lot, and it makes him know that I'm going to be a danger to him. Turning back around to see if I can get a good shot on him. There's an enemy DD, there's a friendly DD. The friendly DD gets him away just a little bit. It's not his fault. We just happened to meet in the middle. I want to try to lay more torpedoes down on this battleship, but unfortunately you can see the targeting solution is going to go right through the friendly DD. Can't do that. Also, the island's just on the other side of that, so it would have never hit my target. It would have just destroyed my friendly DD. So I go ahead, switch back to guns, and start laying down on him. He's firing at me. There's nothing I can do. If I swing left or right, he's going to catch me broadside. Just take it on the nose. I set another fire on him this time. Taking it on the nose will make sure you take less damage than you're going to. It's the lesser of two evils. He gets destroyed. I don't get the kill, but we, as a team, we destroyed him. I've been spotted. I know it's that DD. I zoom in on him, start laying down fire, catch him on fire. And as you can see, that's what I'm talking about. This thing is just a fire starting machine. I've started numerous fires already amongst several different targets. Fire again, and he's dead. That's my first kill. Now, I make a mistake here. Instead of immediately turning in and facing this other DD, I try to take the shot. And I see a torpedo coming, and I immediately start to turn, but it's too late. So I slow down. I'd rather take it on the nose than take it broadside. So I took it on the nose. You can see that it did quite a bit of damage to me. Starting to speed back up, but it takes a moment to get back up to speed. My torpedoes have reloaded, so I thought I'd take a shot at this guy. I get lined up. I see that he starts to turn. I wasn't paying enough attention. I set down torpedoes, but if I'd paid attention to the map, I would have noticed that he was turning away. I thought he was turning in to come around the corner of the island. What he was doing was turning away from the island and trying to use it as a shield, which is a good strategy, but unfortunately I can see him, so I start playing down fire again. We do also have a friendly with us firing at him as well, so we got him bracketed. I'm coming at him from the backside. The other guy's coming at him from the right. I'm shooting to the side and to the front, and we get him. I get the kill, but it very easily could have gone to the friendly target. Unfortunately, that's just the way the game is. When you have multiple people shooting at the same target, it's basically the luck of the draw. Now, this was actually a very quick game. The game's over. We won. It was 10 minutes into the game when we captured, so we pretty much dominated. But as you can see, 206,000 in credits, 2,200 in XP, 112 in free XP, and I only did just shy of 40,000 in damage. Looking at the team stats, I'm second, number 2 on our team. You can see the damage as it's spread out amongst the various ships that I did, and then finally, after repairs and everything else, I made 192.6. Without the bonus, I would have made 130. So with that bonus, I made an extra 60,000 credits.